management is another problem that is affecting our economics. People should know how to manage what they have wisely in order to survive for tomorrow. Thank you. That's good advice. All these messages. How am I going to take? Let's try. Okay, greetings to you all. You're all good home managers. Thumbs up to us. God will bless you for saying the truth. God's power. Okay, from Bayelsa State. Thank you so much, God's power. And spending more than 5K for a Shebi is not advisable for a lady that has kids to take care of. Very true. Benedict Chika, that's your name. 5K is still too much. We're all the same.
There is no Ankara that's even 1K, not to go. So that means we should stop at Shebi.
If you don't plan well, you will get wrong. You get it wrong. Sewing different Shebi for what? Unless one is attending a beauty pageant, it's not worth it. Okay.
That must be a man.
Okay. Let's take this last one. All right. Good morning, Ma. Well, I'm a student too, and I don't always like to be caught up in trends. So such things do not bother me. That's a good kid too. He didn't write your name. Would have liked to celebrate you. Let's quickly take one more before my director cuts my neck. Good morning. Good morning. For me, I don't mind going to occasion without any ashebi. Thank you very much. You're a true Nigerian. We don't need to do that. So let me leave you. There are still many more here. I wish I had time to. But on a parting note, your advice to Nigerians, with regards to situations we're in now.
Yeah, we need to cut our code according to, not even our size, according to what we have. Because if you're looking for your size, maybe it's, you want something different, but you cannot afford it. And we have to train our children, in regards to what has been discussed here today. We have to train our children. We're talking about starting from, day one. Girl child or boy child education, very important from day one too. Because whatever you tell a child or train a child, that they grow with it. Okay. And so we have to cut our, be good managers.
Okay.
Make
a good
choice.
Word for your friends.
Judy, managing, I don't know, like, just be able to think about the future, think about your parents, think about your siblings. If you don't have siblings, think about yourself, really.
Okay, thank you.
For me, just self-esteem. Self-esteem it's don't think about other people. Think about what makes you comfortable. If you do that, you have a beautiful life. Thinking about other people, what other people feel about you, is the least. And stay comfortable.
All right. That's beneath, and for all other people writing to us, we'll find time to reply you behind camera. On a parting note, I'll just tell you to keep your eyes open, find out what's happening around you, and ensure you do a little bit of gardening, a little bit of sewing, a little bit of everything. That way you get to save money. Yes, I sew my clothes. Yes, I make my wigs. Yes, I make my shoes. These shoes I'm wearing, actually, I made it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yes. So, all right, be good managers. I try.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
Bye for now.
Welcome to Abuja, the place that unites Nigeria.
Agebenu Omoha is a graduate of Benue State Polytechnic, Ubokolo, from the Department of Graphic Art. He's very passionate about his work and has made it a point of duty to add value to young and aspiring artists. He goes from school to teach different aspects of art expression.
This batik is being produced. The batik you see people wear, like the Yorubas and the Cameroonians wear most of the time, how they produce them. This is the processes on how they go about it. Like what you can see here are the materials. This is the one we melted. The reason why we melt this one is because there are some places you don't want a dye to absorb on the fabric. So you apply the wax on the fabric to make sure that the dye don't penetrate that place. That is the reason why we use the candle wax. As for the rest, they go together, but the candle wax stands alone. And for the brush you are seeing here, you can use the brush to use in making designs on the fabric. I'll spray the fabric and then we'll begin to apply the candle wax on the fabric. To dry for about 5 minutes, and then we'll prepare the dye stuff before we can dye it. Now this is the warm water that we're going to mix our dye chemicals in before dyeing. You don't have to allow the water to boil very well, because if it boils and it's very hot, when you dip this fabric in it, to melt the wax away. And then these are the dye stuff. We have two colors, one color, they are both green. So you pour everything in the water. Mix everything in the water. So the next thing you do now is to soak the fabric in the dye stuff that's already prepared. We are now soaking it. You can see the white area. That is the area of the candle wax. The candle did not allow the dye stuff to penetrate. To rinse it in this normal water. The reason why I'm going to rinse it is because of the caustic soda. If you don't rinse it, that caustic soda, if you use it and sew any cloth and then you put it on, when the sun becomes very high, it begins to itch your body. So that is the reason why I'm going to rinse it in this normal water.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative and interactive on national issues accommodating all sides of opinions.
We as a people have understood that we have to fight corruption before it fights us back.
Poverty has a financial index, so it should be fought also with a financial weapon. Give it to the social investments program. It has been a very courageous battle.
Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Join us.
Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sí yàrá ìròyìn Fọlákẹ́mi Adésọ̀nà Abina ní orúkọ tèmi ń jẹ́.
Onye na-eweta akụkọ ụwa nketa bụ Omenka Amarachukwu na nketa.
Masu kallo assalamu alaikum barkanmu da zagayowar ranar samun 'yancin kai.
Hooray! NTA language is 10. 10 years of qualitative broadcast in our local languages, popularizing our language, promoting our indigenous culture, food, costume, art, monuments of our core moral and ethic values. Come, celebrate with us and help propel.
Hello and welcome. Here are the stories trending at this hour on NTA International. I am Lami Ali. Top United States diplomat and Secretary of State Antony Blinken has spoken on the U.S.-Africa new relations as the ECOWAS headquarters Abuja, saying the future of the world largely depends on support to young people. This is part of the visit of the U.S. high-ranking official to give sub-Saharan Africa emphasis in the American foreign policy. Secretary Blinken says America is looking at Nigeria with a big ambition and confidence to develop much better as a growing economy with huge potential. He spoke on efforts to fight the pandemic as well as ensure peace, security, and make democracy a priority. Now, the African Union has announced the return of its special envoy to the Horn of Africa for discussion on political crisis in Ethiopia. Ambassador Dina Mufti, the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia, said that Olusegun Obasanjo, who is AU Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, is undertaking a fact-finding mission in the country. Olusegun Obasanjo will further talk about the state of emergency, diplomacy and current affairs in Ethiopia. This includes assessments of the recent visit by the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, to Ethiopia as a possible effort at a ceasefire between the federal government and Tigray rebels. Now, the federal government has commenced mass vaccination campaign nationwide, targeting 70% of the population in the next few months. The campaign was flagged off in Abuja under the Presidential Steering Committee. Says it is determined to provide enough effective and safe vaccines across the country. Vaccination centers are also provided nationwide, with religious and traditional rulers expected to mobilize their followers to accept the vaccine. As at 19th of November 2021, Nigeria recorded 61 new cases of COVID-19 from 10 states. This brings the tally to 213,464 confirmed cases, out of which 206,292 have been discharged so far, and there are 2,973 deaths recorded. Now to other issues, the federal government, through the Central Bank of Nigeria, is set to engage 1 million rice farmers for the 2021-2022 dry season farming activities. The initiative, which will be under the supervision of the Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria, is expected to create more than 5 million direct and indirect jobs during the period. The Central Bank of Nigeria is to provide loan facility for the dry season farming under the ANCO Borrowers Program. Now, those were the stories trending at this hour. Thank you for watching. Political Update is next.
Nigeria and the U.S. address issues